Hello friends, welcome to S Learning. In this short series, we will be seeing how can we make basic Corona Tracker application in Angular using just these four features of Angular 8 like components, services, routing and HTTP call to Readymade API. So Readymade API will be provided by virustracker.com. I will show you the link and also send you the link in description. So we will be covering this topic only. In this we can make Corona Tracker application like this. We will be showing total cases, dates, recovered new cases, dates of today and total active cases. So this will be the fourth topic, complete flow of data, in which I will be showing you how can we fetch the data from Readymade API, then tracker homepage component, calling HTTP method or that is HTTP GET method to Readymade API, and then adding some more functionalities. So let's quickly jump into it. So welcome back. Now I will show you the basic JSON structure of API. So this is the API which will be hitting from our Angular services. So these are the ready-made APIs provided by virustracker.com. This API is for world data, that is global stats, and this is for India. As you can see, country total equal to IN. IN means India. So I am showing only these two datas only, as you can see in drop down, world and India. So let's see how the JSON is. So for country data like India or like any country, here I am taking example of India. If you see the country data info is there, that is ID, title, India, source, the URL name, that is this only, and then total cases, recovered, unresolved, dates. There are lots of parameters, and in the world data we will be directly seeing total cases, recovered, unresolved, all these parameters. So among this we are only showing this total case, dates, these 6 parameters. So this is the flow. Now we will see how can we call the API from our Angular. So first of all we will starting with this home page, which is I named the file as tracker home component. So this is now one component. I will show you how can data flow from one component to another. So in this application there will be a total 3 4 component right now. This is one, that is present tracker home component. If we click on this preventive measures, observe the URL here. So if you see the URL got changed, precautionary measures. So this is another component. This is done using routing. So we will be covering that part also in further videos. And this is bar chart. So we'll be implementing bar chart at the end. First we will cover basic part only. So if you select world, so now I will click on F12 and we will see the network part. So again refresh the page. Now select the drop down data world and now carefully observe the network part here. So it is calling this free API. So that's how it fetches the data, and this 200 symbol means the status is okay, it fetched the data successfully. So let's start with tracker home.component HTML. Before tracker home.component HTML, we will discuss about this app.module.ts, which is the main file in any Angular application. So what we do in this, we have this import statement, declaration, export, provider, bootstrap. So whatever the components you will create in Angular, you will have to mention their path into this app.module.ts, otherwise you will get error. And whatever the component names you are providing here, you have to add in this declaration part also. And for in import part, if you are using any module which is provided by Angular, built-in module, so you have to add this in import section. And in export, if you are exporting this module to any other like component, so you have to mention the name of that module here. And in provider we have to mention the service name. So in this application I have used only one service, so here is only that tracker service name is mentioned. So this is the main app.module.ts, and in app.component.html we provide the name of selector. Selector means the HTML. Suppose this is tracker home.component, tracker home component, so its selector will be present in component.ts file at the top side. Here you can see selector. So if you want to display only this single page in your application, so just write the tag and use the selector name. But here in this app.component.html we have used router outlet. So what's this router outlet we will cover in router section. You will understand that part in router section. So coming back to tracker home.component.html, so we will go to line by line. So here I've used the navigation bar which is provided by Bootstrap. So this is navigation class, and here I've written COVID-19 tracker like in heading. Now there is select region drop down. So as I am using only two regions, India and world, so here I have mentioned only two options, India and world. So what is this change means? When user selects any of the regions among this, like for example world, so it will be stored in this change value. So the event got changed, right? So it will pass that event value into this function. We have handled it in component.ts. I will explain you what is this select change handler later. So now this last updated means just I have used the whatever the last updated time this page got updated from API. So here I have used the system date time only. And now next is this is just prevent button, preventive measures button, which you can use here any Bootstrap class for it, or simple HTML also. Now main part is the region where we have to show this data, so it comes under this wrapper class, div class. Now container fluid will take care that this part complete this from this display will be covered in this container fluid tag only. Now so if user selects world here or India for example, so the ng model name which we are given here, if selected region equal to India, so if the drop down value is India, then it will show the Indian data, and if the drop down value is world like here, so it will show the world data. And the message which I am printing here is that if the value or the API which we are rating is down or server is down and we are not able to fetch that data, so in that case the length of data which we'll get from that API will be 0. So if the length of that data equal to 0, then we can provide any meaningful message here. There is some issue with data, so we will get back to soon with updated data. So this will get printed until you receive the original successful data. Okay, so now here I have used ng for loop, and 3 for loops are here because our JSON structure is like this. So first for loop is for looping into this outer part, second inside this country data, and third inside this. I am not showing this RID title part, so I am directly taking this total cases recovered. So for this, what I have done, I have created one array which will store the all data, all fields like these fields in array. So for India, collecting India data, I have used this tracker India data array, and for world I have used this tracker world data. Okay, so we will see in component.ts it is declare initialize as empty. Now the next part is that we are fetching the data from service. So as I mentioned, the drop down value we have provided the field as selected region. So when this method is called as select change handler from HTML, from here, so when drop down value will get select to any of this India or world, it will the parameter will pass through this method, and this will call the select change handler from component.ts. So it will contain the event. For example, if user clicks India, so event value will contain the date field India. Now it will match from this. If this dot selected region equal to India, then call this service of Indian method, like I've used here send get request, and for world send get world request. So if it is not India, it will go in else part. So code is same for all India and world. And this loading model is I've used this ngx spinner for it. Suppose see carefully, when we select any or change any event from here, so it will, the loading spinner icon will get up here like this. So this can be done using loading model or the ngx spinner service, which is inbuilt provided by Angular itself. So for this we have to download the ngx spinner and use its ngx spinner service for it. As I mentioned, the service should always be injected in constructor part. So in this constructor, as we have to use ngx spinner in this tracker home component, we are injecting that ngx spinner service in constructor of this component tracker home. So once this service gets injected, we can call the inbuilt method, that is show and hide ngx spinner dot show. So it will show that whatever the icon is displaying here, and you can select any type of icon from and there are various websites available. I will provide the name of that website in description. And once it will go in timeout, say a parameter, and once 2.5 seconds are over, it will hide that data, hide that symbol. So let's back to topic that how we fetch the data from service. So this was all about the basic overview of component.html, how it gets the data from component. So we will see now how the data is fetched from service by using observable. So for calling the data from backend or the API, ready-made API to our frontend, we use the service in Angular. So to call that service, we have to make the service file separately, like here, that is tracker service.service.ts. So it will be the TypeScript file. Now when we use that service name, we have to inject into constructor as all service name as constructor injection in Angular. So I am importing this tracker service from here, that path, and using this tracker service into my constructor. I am creating that object value which will be used to call the tracker service method. So when the select region will be India, so it will call the send get request method, and for world it will call send get world request method. So this subscribe method here is a part of observable. So for example, when any event A subscribe to any method B, so observable will check whatever there are two methods, for example A and B, and if A is subscribing and B is not subscribing, so observable will see what events or methods are subscribing to it. So when A will subscribe, it will get back all data from backend side, and for B it will not get back because it has not subscribed it. So when the selected region will be India, we will call this method, and for subscribing it, we will go to now service class. Here you can see send get request method, which is type of observable, and this tracker means we have created a model. So whatever the data we are storing into array, we have to create like Pojo. We have Pojo in Java, so like this we have model in Angular. So here I have created tracker model.ts, like total cases and total records. So like this we are storing into that tracker array. So we are keeping the type of observable as tracker array. So now we have to use HTTP method for that we have to import HTTP client module, HTTP client from Angular common HTTP, which is provided by Angular only. Now we can write the this.http client dot. There are 4 methods, so I have used here for get. Get will be used to fetch the data. Post will be used to post the data to database or backend. So as in this we have ready-made API, we are just fetching the data. So for this we have used get method. Again, the type of get method will be tracker array. That this means that the data which we are fetching from JSON will store in tracker array. So this dot get corona data India URL we have initialized here. As you can see, the URL name is same as this one. Okay, so for world you can set the variable name as get corona data world URL and provide the ready-made URL here. So it will call this method using HTTP client and will map the result into some variable. I have used the result only. There are many methods, pipe, map, which you can learn from Angular official documentation. I have just used the pipe method, so it will map the result whatever the data is fetching from from API into this result variable and will send back to this component.ts. So once data, as we are storing the data into array, so let's create one variable here, dummy variable, like local variable, and store that data into this data variable, for example. So as we have initialized the array and we want this incoming data to store into our existing array data, like, so we are just pushing that data into our array like this: tracker india data dot push and tracker india data dot tracker world data dot push. And just for the debugging purpose, I have just printed console log here. So this is the part where like main operations happen between front-end and back-end, calling the data and subscribing it to method, then going back to service, and from service we are getting HTTP client method, calling the get method, and to this URL, and this URL are whatever the backend URL you are using, or if ready-made you can directly put that URL into here, and this will get back the data into observable and again provide to component.ts. And once the data is available, it will push that data into tracker world array. Here you can use the error try catch error symbol also. This is just a basic code, so I have not implemented that exception handling here. Now this part is main, because if you don't write this tracker india data equal to null and world data equal to null even after every select change handler function call, what will happen? It will append the data. For example, tracker india data contains total cases equal to 100, and once again the page refreshes and the data will be stored into tracker india data with cases 200. So what it will do, it will append the data into array again and again. For example, if we are calling the service 10 times, so 10 times this complete layout will get printed in appending manner. So we don't want that. We just want the every time when we call the service, it should get back, it should fetch the updated data and only on this portion. Okay, so for that it is necessary to empty back the array, so that when the second call will get happen, so it will print the new data. Okay, so this is how service works in Angular. Now we will see a router part. So routing generally means that when we navigate from one page to another, for example here we have preventive measures button, so when we click that button it will go to other page, right? And if you say the URL has been, the portion of URL got changed and it add the / precautionary measures. So how it is done? And one more example, if you click on this go back button at this top right side, so it will again come back to home page. So how can we implement this? We will see now this in router part. For this we have to first import the router module, app routing module into app.module.ts, and this router module also. Without it you will get the error. So first and foremost part is this one, to include router module, and as these are the module, you have to import in this ng module import section also, like I have done here. Now we will go to app.routing.module.ts. So in this, the only part we have to change, that we have to add the number of paths in our application in this routes array. So initially it will be empty, there will be no path. So for, as our main page is this one and we don't have any URL appended here, just we have localhost 4200. So as it is empty, we will not give any text here. So what Angular does, when it will check that there is no path, this one, after localhost 4200, it will call this component against it. So as we are using tracker home as our main part, so when the URL will be without slash, so it will call this tracker home component. So now if we want to call preventive measures, so just add this and call its component. Okay, so we have written this precautionary measures. So if we want to call bar chart, now if we click on this view bar chart, observe the URL here, it will go to bar chart. Okay, so for navigating between these two pages, we have to make use of component.ts, and in this, as we have imported the router in app.module.ts, we have to import in this file also. Now as this is like service, so we will inject into a constructor and take any variable name to call the router methods, inbuilt methods, like I've used a small router. Now yeah, so when we click on this preventive measure, it will call this method. From HTML you can see load precautions measure, you can give any name here. So it will call this method, and from here we will call inbuilt router method, that is navigate by URL. So what it will do, we have to just pass the slash whatever the major whatever the component we want to call. So when we give this name slash precautionary measure, it will go back to Angular, will search into app.routing.module.ts. So whatever the component name is against it, that is slash precautionary measures, it will call that component. So in precaution.component, we added basic images only, so it will call this HTML page. Similarly for any to tracker home so similarly for any pages, when we click any button and we want to navigate to any other page, so just use this function, any function, and in that function use the navigate by URL option provided by router and just pass the URL name. So whatever the URL you are passing, the URL will get changed here on clicking that button. For example, view bar chart, so it will add that slash bar chart into it. So this is how routing works. Now we will add some basic preventive measures info in our application, just part of more functionality. So let's see how can we add that. Now we will add some images in this preventive measures, so just click on it. Now this page will be the precautionary measures component. So we have component for it, this one. So open the HTML page. Same, if we want to use the same COVID-19 data like tracker navigation bar, copy the code from previous routing page to here only, so it will show the similar kind of message. Now we want to add a go back button to navigate to home page. So I have used here the bootstrap, a simple HTML bootstrap class button success to display in green color, and just passing the go back parameter go back method. So in this go back method, as we have discussed in router section, it will navigate by URL to slash. So for without slash, it will check in app routing module.ts. So for only like empty text, it will call the tracker home.component. So now we will add the images in precautionary measures. Okay, so this is HTML now. Okay, I have used the CSS here to display the grid view of this image. So I have used only 3 type of image. So from Google or from your PC, you can directly use the images and import into this assets folder. It's best practice to, if you want to use the media image media in Angular, so in asset folder create like image folder, and in this image import all your images which you want to display in your application. So for example, this is mask.png which I have downloaded from Google. This mask, wash hand and maintain social distancing. So just use that in image tag of HTML image source and set its width parameter so that it should get displayed properly. Now this was the how can we add more functionality. You can also mention what are the preventive measures, what are the tips to handle the COVID-19 situation. You can add any functionality as per your need. So this was all about the basic Corona Tracker application. Now we will see how can we add bar chart. So to implement chart representation in Angular application, you need to install 2 things. First is npm install ng2 charts, and second one is npm install chart.js. So after installing, the entry will go here. As you can see, chart.js its version and ng2 charts its version. So once this is done, you will need to create one more component for our bar chart. Like in this example I am using bar chart, so for creating component you can use this shortcut and nggc and your component name here. I have already made here bar chart component, so we'll see it's HTML now. So as we are using chart.js, you need to write only this much part, as this is div and this is the main part to represent our chart representation. So I will explain you through this chart. Okay, so here you can see there are 4 bar, one for total cases, one active, one death and one recovered, and 4 different colors. So for this you will need some data to show here, like here you can see the label which will be on x-axis and data from which you will make the bar chart, and options and legend I will show you later, and chart type is equal to bar chart type. As we are displaying bar chart, so you need to write bar chart. For line chart, pie chart, you need to adjust this chart type thing. Okay, so for this value will come from bar chart component.ts. I will I will explain you the flow how it comes from there. So first of all, so here we have declared the bar chart label 2020. As on x-axis we just need to write the 2020, that is year name. So you can write it in bar chart labels, and bar chart type equal to bar, as I mentioned earlier. Bar chart legend equal to true. So bar chart legend means if this is value true, then legend is used to display the whatever data we are fetching from like backend. So it will display this data in the form of bar. So or any mention chart type, so it will be set to true. Now most important part here is bar chart data. So without this we cannot display any representation. Okay, so for bar chart data here I have used 2 things, that is data and label. So data in this you can see here the count 7363503. This we are fetching from JSON. So we are storing an array and just mentioning the name here. Okay, I will show you this array name afterwards. And label means total cases. So if you see here, total cases is displayed in pink, active in blue, dates in yellow, and recovered in white. So I will explain you this one. So rest is similar for all three bars. Okay, so this data, in this data we are fetching the data from service as we have done in bar chart tracker home component. Okay, same thing we are going to use here. So yeah, if you observe this line, this dot region equal to this dot route snapshot paramap, I have not discussed this in earlier video. So if you observe this, we have used this one because like if we select India world, and if we click on bar chart now, so it should display total case value to this count. Okay, see, and if we select India, if we select India and then click on view bar chart, so it should display total count as 284. Okay, so for this what I have done, when we select anything from this drop down, it will just add the selected region name into URL. Okay, so as this is for world, and if we click view bar chart now, so observe the URL here, it will add the world and append the world in the URL. Okay, bar chart and world. So how can we access this? So now first let's see how can we access this. So for that we will go to tracker home component.ts, and from there when we click on show bar graph, it will go to this page. Okay, and we are adding this world and India, what are the region name here. So for this you have to just write the this.router.navigate, as we have used navigate by URL earlier. So remove that and use navigate, and give the URL name and comma, and then whatever your append you have to do. Like in this case we are adding the region, so whatever name of field you are adding, just give after this comma. Okay, so when the selected region will be world, it will append the world, and for India it will append the India. And for this you will need to add this dependency, or you can say the module. Now one minute, here you can see, yeah, this activated route. So for fetching this region value, you will need to use activated route. I will show you how. When we pass the data from component, that is tracker component.ts, from here we will need to save it into some variable, right? So we can do it in app routing.module.ts. From here you can see, and for this it is necessary to use this colon and after that variable name. So when the URL will get hit, it will store the region name into this region variable, and we have to get that variable into our bar chart component. So as you can see, against it a component is bar chart component, so it will call bar chart component.ts now, and for this we will get that value by using snapshot. This is this.route.snapshot.param dot get that variable name, and this this route is variable, that is the object of activated route, which we have added here from Angular router package. Okay, so once the region names stores in this, we can directly write the if the region equal to India, that is this dot region equal to India, then call the send get request method, as we have done similarly in tracker home component.ts, and for world you can use the else part. So if not India, it will go to world, send world get request. And for this part, just we have to use this as this is tracker data is empty array. So now it will call the service, then tracker data will push the result into it, and now tracker data will map the result with in India we have JSON, and in that JSON we have country data. So I have used here result dot res, that is variable name dot country data, and for 0 here means is that if you observe this JSON, and for India and for world JSON also, we have only one object in complete like JSON. So we are storing this in array, so it will go only to 0th position as we have only one entry. This is complete one entry, and here also between these curly braces. So this will go into 0th index as we have only one entry in array. So we are fetching that 0 and mapping the result, and taking the whatever field we have to use, that is result1 dot total cases into total cases variable. So as like this you can take any field from here and store into variable. Same you have then for each in that total cases, take one array and push that result into that array like this. For example, total cases, whatever data will fetch in this total cases, we will apply for each loop, and for each result we are pushing that data into this corona total cases array. Similarly for every date you will add that data into corresponding array, and you must initialize array here. Okay, so for world also same thing, just we have to call the different function, and that's it. Like now we will see complete representation. So yeah, so from here if we select now world, so you will see the count is 736776. Now click on view bar chart. So see the count is 737666. Okay, and this is the count is very less because of the JSON. There is no like a data code issue. This is a like JSON issue, because the data which is mentioned in JSON we are accessing that only. So if you observe 35269, this is a very low count as per the today cases, but whatever it is JSON API is printing, we are grabbing those only. So 35269 it is showing active cases, which is wrong actually, but in bar chart you can see that count. I think I have shown for world. Okay, so if we update this, yeah, so 38400 it got updated, and now if we select world view bar chart, so it will display world data into bar graph. That is, this is total cases 3840 which we saw just now, active cases. Now total dates is this for 4 lakh, and total recovered is 3 lakh or something, 36 lakh. This is so similarly for India also it will show the data. So this is how the complete basic corona tracker application we have made. Just we have like showing the data for 2 regions, adding the preventive measure functionality. Then we have see how can the routing can be useful to navigate from one page to another, view bar chart functionality. So I hope you will like this complete series. So let me know your thoughts in comment section. Thanks, and subscribe to AS Learning. Thanks.